fire, fire.
This week on the $1 Million Plan, we talk to Becky. This week, I wanted to be completely surprised as to what's going to happen. So as you hear the information for the first time, I will be hearing the information for the first time. And this is a good thing because I can be in the moment. I can be present. Becky, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, Becky, what's going on? How old are you? Are you working? Are you retired? What are we solving today?
I'm 71.
Okay.
I retired just about 5 years ago.
Okay.
And I'm interested in how I can protect my assets and maybe grow my assets. And then I'm questioning whether I'm sort of stuck on saving money. That I'm trying to pay off my house early and my car early. So I'm wondering if I need to shift some of my saving efforts into paying off those two accounts.
All right, I love this. I'm into this. Nicole, this was a good one. Thank you for bringing Becky on the show because I like this one. All right, Becky, can I ask you a million questions now? That'll help me answer your questions.
Sure.
So you retired 5 years ago at age 66. What did you do for a living?
I worked for the state.
Okay. Worked for the state. And how many people are in your household right now?
There's one. I'm a widow.
Okay. And so your sources of income right now, can I assume, are Social Security, a state pension, anything else?
And my husband's pension.
And your husband's pension. So he had a survivor benefit to his pension.
Yes.
Okay. And so your household income right now, what do you think you bring in a month based on those sources of income?
It's $4,240.
Okay. So that's an exact amount. You must know your stuff. You sound like you're a good budgeter, Becky. Is that true?
I use a budgeting program through my bank online, and I love it.
Well, I love it too.
Yes, I try to budget.
Okay, so $4,240. It sounds like you still have a house payment. How much do you pay monthly on your house?
The payment is actually $473, and I have been paying $560.
Okay.
I refinanced just shortly after my husband died to a 15-year mortgage. And right now, I'm a year ahead in paying that off.
And when did your husband pass away, Becky?
He passed away about 6 months after I retired.
Okay. And was he also retired at that time?
Yes.
Okay. And what are your other household bills? You sound like you have a car as well. What are your monthly obligations for your $4,240?
And, I didn't write the total down. Let me see. I've got it somewhere here.
Do you have a feeling of what are the big categories? Because your house payment's pretty modest at $500 a month.
Right, the house payment, and then the car is the payment's $528, and I've been paying $550.
So you pay as much for your car as you do your house.
I do. I have a new car.
Okay.
And I love it. But I also have a low-speed vehicle.
What is a low-speed vehicle? Now I'm excited. I'm Googling this. What is it?
It is a street-legal golf cart. It actually, where a golf cart is made for the golf course, the low-speed vehicles are made for the street.
Oh, my.
It's electric. I've had it for 9 years, and I'll be rolling up 10,000 miles on it this year.
Where do you go on it? Where are you? You can go anywhere you want, huh?
In the town that I live, there's no street. I have to be on a street that's 35 miles an hour less, so I can go anywhere in town, and I do. I go to church in it. I go shopping in it. I drive it exclusively unless I'm going out of town or if it's storming.
Man. Yeah, Nicole.
And I drive it year-round.
Nicole, can you punch up on PeteThePlanner.tv with that screen you have up now? Just go ahead and punch it up for a second. That is a low-speed vehicle. Now, is it just like a no-name brand vehicle, or is it like the Cadillac of low-speed vehicles? What do you ride dirty in, Becky?
The brand is Tomberlin.
Okay. Just curious.
and it has certainly served me well.
Excellent. Now, what are your other big bills? You said you're a big saver, so you like to put money every month of your $4,240 into your savings account at the bank. Like, how much a month are you putting in there?
I have 3 savings accounts at the bank.
Okay.
Two of them have $10,000 in it,
Okay.
and the third has $5,000 in it, roughly.
The first two,
My
are they
bank,
$10,000 each?
yes.
Okay.
My bank has a program where if you allow them to withdraw at least $10 a month out of your checking account and
Okay.
put it into savings, then they will pay you a bonus annually of 1% on what your total
Whoa.
is.
How about that?
So that's why I don't keep any more than $10,000 in any one account. So every month that $10 that goes into the other accounts, I withdraw it and put it into the smaller account and grow it.
Does anyone else depend on you financially or just you?
Just me.
And do you have any other debts other than the car and the house?
Well, I have my health insurance and long-term care insurance and life come to $458 a month.
Okay, so we're at roughly $1,500 a month between insurances, home and car, and then you
Right.
still got another $2,500 a month. What do you do with it?
I also have another savings method that I started about 5 years ago,
Okay.
and that I kind of enjoy doing. The first week of the year, I put in $1.
Okay.
The second week, I put in $2.
Ooh.
The third week, I put in $3. And of course, in December, I'm putting in 49, 50, 51, and 52.
Yeah.
But it allows me to save a little over $1,000 a year.
How much do you have in just money? Like, how much do you have, like, just like retirement investments? Do you have, like, how much is there?
Yeah, and cash. I have
yeah.
in my checking account. My total investments in my checking account, my saving around about $115,000.
But do you have any? So you work for the state, but did you have like a 403B or anything that you invested
And
in?
that's my investment. Yeah, it was. Right now, I've got those in a mutual fund and in. I'm not sure the proper term, but it's the CDs where you can't lose any money, but you can gain.
Okay. Is it an index
most of
annuity?
it's
Is that what you're in? An index annuity?
Yes, I believe that's.
Okay.
I believe that's what it is.
So
It's some sort of index fund.
help me understand. Here's where I'm at with your situation. I can't see a situation, a scenario, I should say, in which you run out of money. Can you?
I feel very comfortable
Okay.
with what I have. I believe that I live within my means. I do have a penchant for buying a new car every now and then, but and for entertainment, I am a season ticket holder to the Colts.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're a Colts forged. Colts forged.
I am. So, and I travel to the home games. And
in your low-speed vehicle?
No, I live about 120 miles from Indy.
So that would you'd have to leave on Friday.
I'll have to take my car. Yeah, well, the extension cord won't run that far.
All right. So I feel good about your situation. So when it comes to risk of like, are your investments in the right thing? It sounds like you're in an index annuity. For those people that don't know what that is, it's an insurance product that also is an investment. And when the S&P 500, which is the Standard & Poor's 500 index, performs well, then Becky's investment gets a portion of those earnings. So if it earns, let's say 15% in a year, then her account will increase probably by about 8%. But if the S&P 500 goes down by 20%, her investment does nothing. It doesn't go anywhere. It just earns zero that year. Now, Becky, based on how I just described that for the audience, does that still seem like what you have?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and I just moved my money to that about 4 or 5 months ago. So I'm new to it.
Yeah, and so here's how I view your situation. And people like to speak in generalities about annuities. They like to say annuities are great, or they like to say annuities are bad, but no one ever says it really depends. So allow me to say it really depends. And in your situation, I have no problem with you having an index annuity because A, you don't need that money because you make enough money of your retirement income a month. B, it doesn't sound like you have that high of a risk tolerance. It doesn't. So why expose yourself to the possibility of losing that hard-earned and saved money? And C, well, I don't see you getting upset that you're not making 20% on your money every year. So I really have no problem at all with that index annuity, and I don't know why you. Not that you want to change it, but there's no reason to change it. I think you just keep doing what you're doing. I think the real question comes down to when do you pay off your house? I think, how much do you still owe on it?
Roughly 3,500.
You owe $3,500 on it?
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. 35,000.
35,000.
Actually, $35,305.
I love your precision. So you're paying roughly $6,000 a year. So around about your 77th birthday, when you're blowing out all those candles, you'll be doing so in the home you owned. Does that sound about right?
That sounds about right. Yes.
And then when do you pay off your fast speed vehicle?
I just bought it in February.
Bought it in February. How much do you owe on it?
It was a 6-year. Actually, about as much as I owe on the house.
Okay. What is it? Now I'm curious. Let me guess. First of all, is it a car or an SUV?
It's a car.
Okay. Is it a Buick?
No.
Is it a Kia?
No.
Honda Accord?
No.
What is it?
Wrong country.
I don't even know what the countries are. Which one? What is it?
It's a Mini Cooper.
A Mini Cooper? Look at you.
And I also, with that, my oil changes and new windshield wiper blades and all that, those are all free.
Look at
for the length
you.
of the loan of the car.
71-year-old in the Mini Cooper, driving around. What color is it?
It's blue.
Oh, my gosh. I'm so excited. Is it the bigger one or is it the little one? The big one's called something. You got the small one or the big one?
The Countryman is the 4-door.
Yes.
And I actually, because, it's sinful to say this, but this is my 4th Mini Cooper in 7 years.
Wow.
I bought the 2-door, and then they came out with the 4-door. And because it sat higher, it was easier for my husband to get in and out of. So I traded for the 4-door.
Man.
And when he passed away, I immediately traded back for a 2-door.
That's right. So is it Colts blue?
Well, about as close as you can get.
Yeah, I like this. I like the way this goes. What other questions can I answer for you? Because I'm in love with your financial life. I think you've done a great job. I can tell for the better part of your 50 adult years, because obviously when you were a kid, you were a kid, you've made good decisions, it seems like, and you've put yourself in this position. And I wish every person that listened to my show or read my column, I wish they did what you do.
I think it's important for people to save.
It is.
Even if they can only save $5 out of a paycheck to start, I think it's essential that people have money in savings.
What was the one thing in your career that you didn't purchase, that you always wanted to purchase, but in retrospect, you don't regret not purchasing it because now you have some money saved for retirement? Is there something you can think of?
Not really. Not really. I have to take my minimum distribution now out of my savings, and this year I used it for my down payment on my car. I took a trip to Europe last year.
You are living the life, Becky. That's great. What do you do in Europe? Do you even speak European? Like, what were you doing over there?
No, it was a tour group, 15 days, 7 countries.
Did your tour guide walk around with their hand up in the air or like a flag as they walked around the
An
European
umbrella, actually. She
yeah.
carried an umbrella.
That's how you know who your tour guide is.
Uh-huh. I loved it. I enjoy it. I don't like flying, but I sucked up the courage and got on the plane and cried for 7 hours getting across the ocean.
You know, I tend to fly a lot, a couple times a week. If you fly a lot, you get used to it, but something never gets you used to a 7-hour flight, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
It's brutal. All right,
I prefer train travel myself.
I can't say that I've ever done that, but someday
I've taken several over the years, train trips, and I've got if I have a bucket list, going to New Orleans on the city of New Orleans is.
Ooh, have you been there?
No, I have not. So
gotta go to Cafe Du Monde. That's the famous place where you get beignets and chicory coffee.
Okay.
All right. Well, now that we've exchanged travel tips, we probably should move on. Any other financial questions I can answer for you, Becky?
Keep saving or up the amount I pay off on my accounts?
I would probably pay off your debt a little faster.
Okay.
Yeah, I think with $35,000 or $25,000 in bank accounts, and then all the other you have, and then all the income you have, I think it's going to be better for you to get rid of those obligations sooner than 6 years, and just choose one. Like, let's see, what's your interest rate on your car loan? Do you know?
They're really about the same.
Just choose one and pay all the extra on that. Like, don't pay extra on the car and the house. Choose one and pay all the extra towards that, and you'll get out of debt a lot faster.
Okay.
All right?
I would probably go with the house first.
There we go. I like it. Well, thank you so much for taking time with us today, and I appreciate you reading my column. That makes two people, you, Becky, and my mother, Connie Dunn, read my column, so I appreciate that.
I enjoy it, and I share it with my daughter and granddaughter. So.
Well, I hope they think I'm as handsome as people who don't have great taste in men. So thank you, Becky, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
All right, that's it for this week's $1 Million Plan. That was great. Now, here's the thing. Like, we always think there's... we get this vision of retirement that, it works for us, and that's what we want. We want you to think of retirement. We want you to save for retirement. But Becky is living the best life for Becky. She's going to Europe. She's got a Mini Cooper. She's great. That's what I want for you. Think, how peaceful was Becky? She was amazingly peaceful. That's what I want for you. That's what I want for myself. We tend to overcomplicate our own financial lives a lot, to our own disservice. Chill out. Think of the future. Be like Becky. And if you're ever in New Orleans, go to Cafe Du Monde. I'm out.
This is where I came from. Planet Lovetron, where we drop love bombs, funk missiles, and live in soul shelters. No helter-skelter. The heat don't swelter because everybody stays cool. Left many moons ago to bring the philosophies of my ancestors to another place, God. Picked the third rock, gave me to my earth family, and told me to create, and so I am. Pen in my hand, microphone on the stand. Over vinyl, I command and demand. Magnificence in an instance, I can make you dance, cry, or love. Fly as a dove, released from Everest. The fresh is fresh, and you can call me E.T. Word to John Tesh. Let me bless this harmonic presentation. It's amazing, so amazing. I'm the reason. Salutations, I bring you Lovetron greetings from a faraway land. I am the sole controller. Put the remote down and let me take control. You're now a part of my zone, so enjoy yourself. Lovetron can restore your health. I bring you greetings, salutations. How you doing? And is that how y'all say it? The tinkling of the keys is an homage to the little star. I sojourn over poetic descriptions of sound and travel to my other world. Out of this world, spaceship on my arm took me home. fueled by the ink and the megabytes and the hypertext transfer protocol, stronger than the Skynet and the Terminator. I push faders into warp speed, glide with ease, creating a breeze they call a black hole. Event horizon, no rear view concerns. This I adjourn, in beats I burn. This I adjourn, in beats I burn. Salutations, I bring you Love-Tron greetings from a faraway land. I am the sole controller. Put the remote down and let me take control. You're now a part of my zone, so enjoy yourself. Love-Tron can restore your health. I bring you greetings, salutations. How you doing? And is that how y'all say it?